Hi everyone, it's Chappie's Crypto here again. I thought I'd do a video on a futures platform that I've just been playing with or starting to use over the last couple of weeks. Shout out to Jingles, who's been working alongside me as we've been testing out this. We're part of a group of traders. It's part of a group called the Tradovate. A great website if you're interested in learning about time price opportunity. And there's a fantastic Discord on their channel or on the website. If you come along here, you can come along and get access to a whole group of traders that are learning how to trade using this concept called the time price opportunity or market profile. However, we have been trading cryptocurrencies now for quite a few months using this concept, and I've just been experimented with and starting to play in the futures space, so looking at the ES, etc. I've been researching and checking out lots of different futures trading platforms. I'm a Mac user, so I use a Macintosh computer. And what I was particularly looking for was a platform that was cross-platform, fairly modern, low entry or cost of entry, as well as something that had a web interface, a mobile platform, as well as the ability to have a dedicated Mac app, or alternatively to trade through a website. So I've sampled lots of different things. I've played with Quant Tower. Unfortunately, Quant Tower is PC only, so I was able to get it running on my Mac, but I had to get a VMware style client. I used a product called Parallels, which allowed me to install Windows on my Mac. Quant Tower is a very nice platform, great package, really good tool. And you can actually get a free account for Quant Tower, free access to the software through AMP Capital, AMP Futures, I should say. So that's a really good option. I didn't like the concept of having to trade through a VMware client or not natively on my Mac. So I was still looking at the other downside of Quant Tower. From what I could tell, I know they are working on a Mac application apparently. However, they didn't have a mobile solution and it didn't have a web interface. So I like the concept of, if your computer's down, you can just jump on another machine and just log in through a website and still get access to your trading platform, which was pretty important to me, particularly in this day and age. So I kept on researching. I came across this site here, platform called Tradovate. I've been using this now for a fortnight. I've just been paper trading for the last couple of days. I'm in the process of trying to fund my account, so I just want to go through and explain a couple of things. I'm going to do another couple of videos on Tradovate about how to set it up using TPO. However, this first video is really just how to set up an account. Pretty straightforward. Come along to their website, click on the open account button, follow the register, follow the steps through. I'm not going to go through it straight away here. What it does do is it gives you a free 2-week demo. It's a full access demo, so you get market data. It gives you a demo account with a $50,000 paper trading balance, and you can just use the whole platform and really get a feel if you like it. My demo expired a couple of days ago, and I was in the process of trying to fund it. I'm in Australia. I had a few issues with transferring some international funds, which I'll hopefully get sorted in the interim. However, in the interim, once your 2-week trial is over, if you haven't funded your account, the ideal scenario is that you do fund the account, and I think the minimum balance is only $50 or something like that. But say for instance you're going to send $250 across and fund your Tradovate account, it gives you free access. And on their site, and you'll see when you look at the pricing for the particular platform, they've got 3 tiers of their platforms or membership plans. So I was looking for a way to get in really low cost of entry, because I'm just new to futures. I didn't want to commit huge amounts of monthly costs, particularly as you're starting out. So I'm actually going to be going on this level here. So there's no monthly fees for trading, so to speak, except you do have to pay for your data fees. So you need to get data loaded into your charts. Unfortunately, Tradovate doesn't cover the cost of that because they obviously pay the exchanges they get the data from. So if you come along on their website as well, in their section, you can look at the different costs of the monthly fees. So if you're just going to look at the CME and you just want the top of book level data, it's only $3 a month. But if you want both the market depth as well, which is obviously you're going to need that, I would imagine. So minimum cost really is going to be $13 a month, which will give you your data. As I said before, my demo account had just run out a couple of days ago. I haven't quite funded my account yet, so I actually paid for a SIM account. The SIM account's only $12.95, I think, per month, which just gives you a paper trading account. And then I actually went all in here and I paid $39 a month at the moment for the CME group of data. So it's all of these. Probably a little bit overkill. Probably didn't need to do that. I probably could have got away with just this because at the moment I'm only looking at the ES and the micro. However, I like to have all the tools you need to get started. So just so you know, as I said, this is the plan I'll be going on to. The commissions, obviously you pay a little bit more for commissions. I'll be trading the micro, so it's 25 cents per side when you make a trade per contract. So it's not overly expensive, but the nice thing about it, as I said, there's no monthly fee except for your data feeds. If you do become a really active trader within Tradovate and you're making lots of trades, you can pay this fee, which is obviously just bundling up your commissions, and it brings the cost of the contracts down to this much. And obviously if you become a really active trader and trading lots and lots, you can pay $200 a month and there's no commissions at all. So quite an interesting particular way of looking at it. Once again, I'm new to the future space, so not sure if that's competitive or not, but the thing I liked about this, there was no cost to get going, and the whole charting package is part of their platform. So that's the main reason that I've gone with Tradovate. I'll log in here and I'll just show you a couple of things that I've got, and which is some of the things that are nice. And then my second video, I'll show you how to set up the actual platform to get the TPO working. So I'm going to come up here and press log on. I'll just show you through the web interface at the moment. I also have the Mac app installed, and they have a PC app as well. So you can, the nice thing about having the apps is, I'll explain that one second. Just log it in, put your credentials in. You can sign in with Google, or you can sign in with Apple ID if you use an Apple ID, or just using Google account. Otherwise, just set up a normal username and password. Once you've logged in, it gives you this access to these three options. This is fantastic. You can go straight into your live account. So if you've got your account funded, you can come in here. I can go in here as well now, except I don't have any balance in my account. So I can look at the charts and look at setups, etc. But there's no point really for me at the moment to go into here, because this is what I've been using a lot. So the simulation environment, which is where your demo account exists. And the thing that's really cool about this, if you're used to using TradingView, is the ability to do a market replay. So if you're actually wanting to test a theory, if you come up with a particular trading plan and you want to see how it works, you can go back in time and, for instance, you go back to last Wednesday and replay the market for that period of time and just enjoy paper trading essentially. But this is the place I come into, so I go into access the simulation environment. So in the simulation environment, you'll see up the top in the interface, I'm going to go through on another video and show you how I've set up my charts here. However, at the top here, you'll see this is my demo account. And up the top here as well, that's my current equity in my demo account. They give you a default balance of $50,000. For me, it's kind of ridiculous because I'm not going to start trading with $50,000. Love to, but don't have that much money. So I actually set my account balance to $1,000, and I've just been paper trading the last 2 nights, and that's my current balance after paper trading on Thursday and Friday evening. To change your demo account balance, it's just a setting in here. So these are application settings that set some of these overarching things up here. So if I come into here, if you're coming down here where it says demo accounts, if you come along, so I've got accounts selected, and then under demo accounts, if you look here where it just says modify demo account balance, if you click on that, you just adjust it by the current level. So if when you start your account with Tradovate, they'll give you a default account balance of 50,000. If you wanted your account balance to only be 10,000, you just minus 40,000 off that, submit it, and your balance that will then be set to 10,000 as an example. So for mine, I think I'd been playing around with it when I started. My account balance was 50,500, so I did minus $49,500 I think to get me down, or whatever the calculation was to get me down. So my starting balance was 1,000, and that's my current balance there, which is pretty cool. The other thing I just wanted to show you in here is under the notifications menu here, you'll notice that you can set the clock, which also sets the chart times to your local time. So for me in Australia, if I set that to local time, it means when the market opens, my chart will actually say 11:30 p.m. or you can set it Central Time US. So just set that however you like. There are a truckload of settings in Tradovate. So you've got all these auto notifications. If you're part of the Trade Vets and you listen to or watch Bitcoin Brad trade, he'll have some interesting piggy bake songs playing occasionally, but in here, this is where you can set up all your default sounds. So if you get a fill, it'll tell you the order's been filled, etc. So it's really kind of cool, particularly if you're trading, you've got lots of screens open, it'll just give you these, and this is where you can come through and set all those things up. There's a whole bunch of other settings in here as well. I'm not going to go through those at the moment, because my goal at the moment is just to show you how to, once you've got an account set up, as I said, this is my demo account, and I'll trade with my demo account when the markets are open. And I have the TPO set here, and I've got 2 sessions. So this is the overnight session, and this is the day session, and it's fantastic. I'll show you on my next video. I'll show you a couple of little tricks of the trade that will really help you, and it's one of the frustrations I had with Tradovate initially, and I'll go through that tomorrow, or on the next video. It won't be tomorrow, I'll do another video just in a moment. So I've got my TPO chart here in the main part of the screen. I've actually got a VWAP chart here set up, which just shows me the 3 standard deviations off the main VWAP. I've been looking at a guy called JJ through the Confessions of a Market Maker, and he uses this VWAP chart. He uses Sierra charts, I think. I know Bitcoin Brad uses NinjaTrader. So there's a truckload of platforms to use if you're trading futures. The nice thing about Tradovate, like all those other platforms, is you can trade on the chart, you can trade on the DOM, which is the depth of market up here. And the nice thing about this, like anything else, is you can just resize all these windows. If you want to pop this out, if you want to make that whole screen, bang, full screen, minimize. If you want the DOM to be full screen, go full screen if you want. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that with the DOM, but you could. And away you go. There's quite a flexible platform. If you want to close down a chart, you just close it. Really easy to add a new one. So in my next video, that'll show you how I actually set up the TPO chart, and I want to show you a couple of little tricks of the trade that I've learned from experience of playing with Tradovate for the last 2 weeks. That will save you a lot of time and effort. And as I said, when I started to use Tradovate, I initially was very excited about it, but after about the first 24 hours, I couldn't stand it until I worked out a couple of key settings. And one of those was how to set your session times, how to set up the TPO, and how to turn off a thing where the chart would follow you around. But I'll go into that in my next video. There you go. So that's Tradovate. The reason I use it, as I said, multi-platform, got a web interface. It even has a mobile app which allows you to trade on your mobile phone. You can just trade via the DOM on your mobile phone. So super great tools they've got available for everyone. And the support's been great. I've sent lots of messages to the support team and they've been really responsive. So pretty happy with it so far. Looking forward to get my account funded, and we'll be looking forward to starting to trade the ES and the MES. So without further ado, I'll get stuck into another video shortly, just going through how to set up your charts within Tradovate. Hope you enjoyed that. And until next time, bye for now.